This is going to be part 3 of our online subsystem tutorial, and here we're going to be creating our find session. So I'm going to be using our join server function for this for now, because I'm not sure if we're going to end up expanding it, or we might just leave it and it'll make sense. So what we're going to do is we're going to set all of our stuff for what we want to find via session-wise. It's going to generate a list. It's going to fire off a delegate once it's complete, and from there we can loop through these list of sessions that we have found. So a good way to figure out what all we need for this is to go from our session interface, just like we did with create session. So session interface, call this one we're doing find sessions. Then we look at the parameters. So again, player ID, just use 0. Then you take in pretty much a T-shirt pointer of F online session search. So remember F online session search, because we're going to have to include this in our header, because this includes our search results that gets filled up that we access from our on find sessions complete delegate that we're going to make here in a second. So T-shirt pointer of F online session search. So T-shared pointer of F online session search. Call this one session search. And because it is a T-shirt ref, what we're gonna do is session search equals make shareable new, then the type. And the type was, oh, you're not gonna show me. Type is F online session search. And then we do, for the last parameter, we're gonna pass in session search. And we're gonna do dot to shared reference, just like so. And that gives us the T-shared ref of our session search. So now we have that set up, we can start working on our session search. So session search, look through here. Is it land? Which is, in our case, it's yes. So we're gonna set that to true. Just gonna give that an indication. Then match search results. Let's add that to a big number like 10,000. Because we are using the Space Wars ID or app ID for Steam, which is 480, we're going to have a huge list of results basically because that's using or has a server or a session up with that app ID is going to be found. And that's going to pretty much be added onto our search results, even though we might not necessarily see them or be able to use them. I just hit my mouse settings. Which one are you? There we go. All right, so let's check if there's anything else. All right, what we do want to do as well for query settings, we can set then the key. It was search underscore presence. Then for the value, just put true. Then we have an enum. So e online comparison operator. We're going to use equals. So we're good to go. It's set up there. And now we can control S. And our join server function is essentially complete for now. Now we can create our delegate function. So we'll do virtual void on find session complete. And here we can figure out what all it takes in, just like we did with our on create session complete. So we got to find it on find sessions complete delegate. It takes in a boolean, so that kind of indicates that it's for success or not. So bool succeeded. Let's just create create definition right here. And we're going to then bind the delegate to that function. So session interface on find sessions complete delegates dot add uObject. This, our class name, u tutorial game instance on find sessions complete. Now we can print out some logs just to make sure we're good to go. So we have a log indicating join server, and then we have a log indicating that we found the sessions. So I want to Control Shift B to build, and then give it a test. First test is going to be without a server running, and then the second test is going to be with one running. So we're going to launch 2 of these. I'm trying to think what the hotkey was. It's like F11? Yes, that's actually what it was. So F11 to move them into small windows, like so. I want to bring up, this one should be, click join server. All right, so this one's for the left side. Then this one's for the right side. All right, so on find sessions complete, succeeded 1, meaning it was successful. And I realized I forgot to print out the amount of servers, but as you can see, it was at least successful. So I'm going to go ahead and close these down and make it so they're useful, so we can actually see how many sessions, because that's what I kind of forgot to do. So we're going to check if it was successful. So if succeeded, then we do everything else. So we're going to set that up. So we're going to use, what do we call it? Search settings. Session search. Yep, session search. Search for results. You'll see search results. Now what you come up on is a variable that holds a t-array of f online session search results. So that indicates that that holds all our search results. So we're going to store them. So what we're going to do is make a t-array of f online session search result, search results. Now we're going to do pretty much just a simple check of printing out the size of the array. So server count is going to equal to search results dot num. So it's going to be equal to the size of the array. So search results server count should be 0 if there is no server running, and should be 1 if it does find a session. So let's do a quick check again. Going to run 2. All right, so let's see which one's the join server. That would be this one. Then this one's the second one. All right, so on this guy, we hit join server. As you can see, it found the sessions were finished completed, so it was successful. But the search results, the server count is 0 because it did not find any sessions. So we're going to go ahead and create a server, just like that. There we go. Like it kind of froze up there for a minute. It's a lot of logs. So now we're going to try join server again and see if the result comes up. So join server is fired. Now we wait. Okay. On find sessions complete, successful. Search results 1. So it found our session. So now we can close our session down. We don't really have a proper way to do this. So I'll just press join server again, and it might show that it's still up, but I'm not entirely sure. Okay, so it was able to recognize it and destroy it properly, at least in LAN. I don't know how it's going to be when it's online. So it might still be quote unquote running, even though it's supposed to be closed, because we haven't set up a way to destroy it properly. But yeah, it now shows that there's no servers, which is what we want. So it's finding so it is in fact retrieving our servers and storing them inside of these search results. So we can loop through them, do what we want, access them however we want. For example, if we wanted to make a server list, we would loop through all the search results and add them to the list. All right, I'm going to do a quick reiteration of what we've done before we stop this video here for the next one. So when our join server button's pressed, our join server function gets called. What we do there is we call our session interface, our find sessions function, and that takes in a fonline session search struct. Actually, I think it's a struct. Anyways, in there you hold a bunch of different variables that you can change to toggle, again, just like your search settings to do how the things you want, essentially. So that's all we really did. We just set it to LAN, increase our max search results for the future, which we might even need to go higher. I can't remember what I had to set it to like a year and a half ago just to even find my own stuff when using Steam. It was absurd, to put it that way. It took a little while. But once that's set up, it's going to finish finding them. So the on find sessions complete delegate is going to fire, calling our function, and it's going to pass in a boolean whether or not it was successful. So if it was successful, we're simply going to get our search results, and here's where we would loop through them to do anything that we want, whether it's join the first server found or add all of the results to a server list, that kind of thing. So in the next video, we will be simply joining the server, so that should be a very short one. We're only going to be joining the server if the server is found, and we're going to join the very first one. And I can tell you right now, it's effortless. It's just like doing server travel, just via client travel. So now, yeah, that's everything in this video. I want to stop it here, and I will see you in the next one where we actually join the server. So I'll see you there.